We wrap up tonight's show with a conversation I had earlier today with the sister of Daniel Hernandez, an intern for Representative Giffords. Hernandez is credited with helping save Representative Giffords' life by giving her first aid on the scene. Consuelo, thank you so much for joining us tonight on Horizon.
It's a pleasure.
Well, talk to us about Daniel. Tell us about your brother, but for the rest of the world, you're calling him a hero.
Yeah. He doesn't like the fact that he's being called a hero, but he just did what was right.
How did you first hear about the shooting incident?
He called my mother, and that was the first phone call he made. And he just let us know that he was okay and that Gabriel Giffords had been shot.
Your parents' response, they must have been worried sick.
Oh yeah, it was a quick phone call. He just let us know he was okay in probably less than a minute.
And they didn't have a chance to say too much about it at that time?
No, he just hung up the phone, and that's when we heard it on the news and we got worried, so we headed to the hospital.
Have you had a chance to talk to him much since all of this happened?
Not really. He just told us everything, basically the same thing that everybody knows. And he hasn't really had the chance to have a chance to breathe.
Yeah. Because
of everybody overwhelming him.
I was going to say
at least from my point of view.
Yeah, and that has to be a concern because he hasn't had a chance to sit down and reflect on what just happened, has he?
No, everything's surreal for everybody, for Gabriel Giffords' family and Gabe's family, everybody.
Tell us again about your brother in the sense of obviously very interested in politics and got involved at a relatively young age. How did he get involved in all this?
At first, he was going pre-med, and he just suddenly changed. It was a school trip, I believe, and he came back from Washington, D.C., and he just, I don't know, he was more interested in politics. It just shifted for him.
He got the bug, didn't he?
Yeah.
and obviously working with Representative Giffords. I understand now you're at the U of A.
Correct.
And he's at the U of A too, correct? But you both went to Sunnyside High School in Tucson, and that high school helped prepare him for this incident. Talk to us about that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. There's a program called HOSA. It's a medical-related program, and the teacher gives us opportunity to take a nursing assistant program and a CPR program. That's what we have to take our senior year, and we both took advantage of it. And he did also. And he also took he's a phlebotomist as well, so that all helped a little bit.
My goodness, it sure did. When you've seen, obviously he's been interviewed by just about everyone. I'm surprised he's not here right now. He's been everywhere.
Yeah.
And he's been asked the same questions, and he's responded in the same ways. I think all of us have been taken by how calm he seems to be and how professional he seems to be, especially for someone at that young of an age. Are you surprised by that?
Not really. He's always been that kind of man, I guess. I mean, ever since he was little, he's always been well composed and always taking care of other people and just not worrying about anybody else besides him.
Do you think that this incident will change his priorities, change his direction in any way?
No, I believe he has his priorities set and he's going to keep going towards everything.
How about you? Does this change you much?
I don't know, it's just surreal to me and my family, but no, just helped us see that we all need to come together as a community and there's no hate in this. Hate is not a word in this new year.
I was going to say, the last question, I'm not going to ask if you're proud of your brother because that would be a silly question, but how does this, when you sit back and you realize what happened and what your brother did, how does it make you feel?
I mean, I'm proud of my brother. He's always doing the right thing. He's like a 50-year-old to us. He doesn't enjoy himself. He's always out doing anything that helps others or for the community and public service. But I'm proud of him. It's just he did the right thing. I don't consider him a hero as well because I mean, I don't know how I would have reacted, but he did the right thing, and that's all that matters. So being called a hero doesn't matter to me.
Consuelo, thank you very much for joining us and talking to us about your brother.